You can spend 12 hours running errands, replying to emails, and checking off a dozen minor tasks, yet still end the day realizing you made zero actual progress on the things that matter. Ultimately, constant busyness rarely equals meaningful output. Today, we are taking abstract motivation and translating it into a tangible system. By the end of this video, you will have built a physical, customized, one-page daily discipline blueprint. To build it, you need to grab your tools right now: a blank piece of paper, a pen, and your smartphone. This infographic outlines our framework. These are the 3 immutable rules we will use to structure your new discipline blueprint. We are doing this physically on paper because writing it out by hand forces you to engage with the material, bypassing the brain's tendency to consume advice online and forget it 5 minutes later. Step 1. Draw 3 large, distinct boxes on your paper. These represent the absolute limits of your daily time. This section of the graphic gives us our first parameter, the 8 + 8 + 8 rule. We use this to prevent burnout by setting rigid boundaries. The first time block is 8 hours dedicated entirely to you, your fitness, your hobbies, and your relationships. The next 8 hours are reserved exclusively for intense, undistracted professional output, and the final 8 hours are locked in for uncompromising restorative sleep. By explicitly dividing a finite 24-hour resource into 3 equal, non-overlapping sections, you force a perfectly balanced allocation of your day. True discipline requires aggressively defending the boundaries between your output, your recovery, and yourself. Step 2. Transitioning from macro time management down to micro-task prioritization, draw a large pyramid underneath your 3 boxes. As we see in the middle of our guide, we will structure this using the 1-3-5 rule. This mathematical hierarchy dictates exactly what goes into your pyramid. At the absolute peak, write down a single, intimidating, massive goal. In the middle support layer, define 3 specific goal habits that actively generate forward momentum toward that peak. Finally, build a broad foundation by listing 5 daily maintenance chores required to keep your life functioning properly. Completing this bottom foundation acts as the engine that powers your execution of the middle and top tiers. Without this strict hierarchy, human psychology naturally defaults to checking off easy foundational chores while avoiding the intimidating massive goal indefinitely. Now, look at that newly created pyramid. You will likely scan that list and feel immediate friction, a sense of paralysis regarding the hardest task on the page. Find the single habit on your paper that you have been actively avoiding and physically draw a circle around it. This bottom section shows the bypass protocol designed to break this exact form of resistance, the 5-minute rule. The core mechanic is simple. Commit to enduring the dreaded task for exactly 5 minutes and grant yourself explicit permission to quit the moment time is up. Setting an artificially low threshold generates immediate momentum and builds resilience over time. Pick up your smartphone right now, open the clock app, and initiate a 5-minute countdown timer to prove you have the capacity to start. Because starting is mathematically the highest friction phase of any project, capping the effort at 5 minutes tricks your brain into overcoming its own inertia. Look down at your paper. You have successfully created a fully customized 3-part system tailored to your own limits and ambitions. You now possess a balanced time-blocked schedule, a prioritized action pyramid, and an emergency anti-procrastination trigger. But to ensure real-world application, this physical blueprint must be placed in a high-visibility location where it cannot be ignored. Pin it up above your desk or stick it to your mirror. Now, use the 5-minute rule immediately on one of your foundation chores to secure your first win of the day. Then, head down to the comments and declare your one massive goal to lock in your accountability.